All right, welcome. Today, we're going to crack a classic coding puzzle. It's all about words that are kind of like secret twins. We're going to figure out how to teach a computer to see what our brains sometimes spot instantly, that two different words are actually made of the exact same letters, just shuffled around. Okay, so let's just dive right in with an example. Take the words listen and silent. At a glance, they're totally different words, right? But they feel connected. Our brains can kind of see that relationship, but how do we get a computer, which is super literal, to see the exact same thing? Well, that special relationship has a name. It's an anagram. And the rule is actually really simple. The words have to use the exact same letters the exact same number of times. Think of it like this. If you have two bags of Scrabble tiles, they're only anagrams if both bags have the identical set of tiles inside. No more, no less. Now, before we start writing any fancy code, there's a really simple but super powerful first step we should always take. You can think of it as our first line of defense that's going to save us a ton of unnecessary work. I mean, it's just common sense, right? If the two words don't even have the same number of letters, there's no way they can be anagrams. It's just impossible. This is our fastest, most efficient check. If the lengths don't match, we're done. Game over. Okay, so now that we've filtered out the easy no's, let's look at our first full solution. And it's a really elegant approach. It's super intuitive, and it turns what could be a messy problem into something very, very neat. And this quote right here has a fantastic analogy. Imagine each word is just a jumbled pile of Scrabble tiles. Now, if we take both of those piles and we sort the tiles alphabetically, what do you think happens? Well, if they really are anagrams, the sorted piles will look completely identical. So the process is like this simple three-step dance. You take the two words, you sort their letters, and then you just compare the results. If those sorted versions match, boom, they're anagrams. This sorting process basically creates a standard or a canonical form for each word, which makes them incredibly easy to compare. And look at this. This just lays it all out, plain and simple. When you sort the letters, both listen and silent become the exact same string, E-I-L-N-S-T. All the chaos of their original order is gone, and it reveals they are, in fact, made of the exact same stuff. And what's really cool is that in Python, the code for this is beautifully simple. It's just a single line. You can see it right there. Sort the first string, sort the second string, and check if they're equal. It's direct, it's super easy to read, and hey, it gets the job done. Now, sorting is elegant, and it works perfectly fine, but in computer science, we are always asking ourselves, can we do it faster? So let's explore another method that's often preferred for its raw speed, especially when you're dealing with really, really long strings. And that brings us to a really key question in programming. A working solution is good, but an efficient one is better. Is there a way we can solve this without all the computational work, the overhead that comes with sorting a bunch of letters? The answer is a big yes. We can get faster by just shifting how we think about the problem. Instead of caring about the order of the letters, let's just focus on the quantity of each letter. We're simply going to count every character. So instead of sorting, we just count them up. For a word like anagram, for example, we'd build a little frequency map. It's got 3 A's, 1 N, 1 G, and so on. So the new rule is this. For two words to be anagrams, their character frequency maps have to be absolutely identical. The process here is kind of like balancing a scale. First, we build our frequency map from the word listen, which gives us one of each letter. Then we go through the second word, silent, one letter at a time, and we subtract from our map. So we see an S, we take the count for S down to 0, we see an I, take that down to 0, and so on. If we get to the end of the second word and every single count in our map is 0, then the scales are perfectly balanced. They're anagrams. Okay, so now we've got two excellent methods, sorting and counting. Let's put them head-to-head on a final scorecard to really see the trade-offs between them. And the scorecard is pretty clear. When we talk about speed, what we call time complexity, the frequency count method wins. It runs in what we call O of n, or linear time. All that means is the time it takes grows in a straight line with the length of the words. You just have to look at each letter a couple times. Sorting is a little bit slower, at O and n log n. And for memory, or space complexity, the frequency count is great, because we only ever need enough space for 26 letters, no matter how long the word gets. So the real key takeaway here is that there are often multiple ways to solve a problem in coding. Sorting is super intuitive and really easy to write. The frequency counting method, though, is the faster, more high-performance approach. And here's a great tip for you Python folks. The built-in counter object does all this frequency counting for you, which makes the fast solution just as simple to write as the sorting one. And that leaves us with one final, bigger question to chew on. Now that you know how to check if two words are anagrams, how would you tackle a bigger problem? Like, say, grouping an entire list of words into their anagram families. Think about it. The key to solving that much bigger puzzle lies in the exact methods we just talked about. Which one do you think would be best for that job?